my role was vice president of enterprise development, and I was managing a team, and there was so much work all the time. In fact, there was so much pressure and stress because I was wearing a million hats, because again, I was being the evangelist for the company while also, having and running a team that holds quota, having quota myself. My relationship started suffering. My significant other, my family, I was ignoring people. I was always just like, God, can I get a minute to myself? And that's when I started really asking those questions, and it inspired me to go online and search. Well, I knew I loved speaking. I knew I loved being, the person customers loved and looked forward to talking to. I feel I'm a pretty great communicator, and I can take complex things and make them really simple. I believe and have a lot of passion around technology and what it can do to make business owners more productive, specifically financial advisors. I'd been working with them mostly my entire career. And then I found your blog series on evangelism. And I'm like, okay, I knew of one chief evangelist in our entire industry, and she is fantastic. I respect her a lot. In fact, we've been on multiple stages together. And I said, well, let me dive deeper here. And I spent the entire weekend listening to your podcast interviews and reading the blog and anything else I could get my hands on, which, by the way, from that moment until now, call it 6, 7, 8 months, the amount of content around tech evangelism has skyrocketed, which is really exciting. But I knew I was convinced after, call it 24 hours of reading nonstop and listening, that this was the role for me. I knew number one, that, but I knew number two, I had already been doing it. I'd already been going out and traveling and speaking multiple times a month in person. I had been running webinars every other day through our partnership channels. I had been just consistently evangelizing the problem, also the product and the brand itself, the entire company. And so that was the moment when I said, all right, let's make this formal.